The Wednesday Up Late podcast is made possible with help from Inspire 9. Located directly opposite Richmond train station, Inspire 9 is the best office space and co-working environment in Melbourne. And with cost-effective, flexible terms, it's the right solution for your business. Visit inspire9.com to take a virtual tour and see for yourself.
Yep, we start with you on.
I knew it. I knew it.
Always looking for an intro, and I found myself one. Yo. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the number one podcast with the name Wednesday Up Late. That would be
It
us.
is number one. Yeah, it is. I've heard that through the grapevine.
And look at the two of us here against the will of our energy to bring people a bunch of shitty movie games and just all-around conversations, and they are very welcome.
They are, absolutely.
So my name's Glenn, by the way.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Chloe, by the way.
Yes, and but you know what? I say screw the podcast and just jump across to Facebook and YouTube where it's a podcast. You can watch us. Just watch us.
100%.
Yeah. We have turned into much more of a visual kind of show anyway, so there's lots of visual cues that just won't make any sense if you're listening. So
yeah. Yep. And then you wouldn't get to see like these massive bags under my eyes that I have right now. So
yeah,
I mean that's worth it at least.
You got the bags under the eyes, you got the big fat yawn at the start of the show. It's all proof that this is recorded up late. We are actually up late. We don't do this in the morning, we don't do this at lunchtime. This is night.
Yeah.
And,
this is after a full day.
Yeah, that's right. Exhaustion overload, and bags aren't cheap.
No. In fact, they cost so much money and have to deal with hyperactivity and sugar rushes.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm a lot better. I've just gone through a whole bunch of ear infections and tonsillitis, and that's just my week.
I mean, we're
just
talking
powering through.
Up until like an hour before we got together to record this. I wasn't sure if we were going to record. Like, I just kept checking in with you. You're okay to record. I was happy to skip another week if needs be, but I'm glad you're here.
You know what? We had a weekend this past weekend where the sun was out.
We did have a weekend this past weekend.
We did. Let me tell you about it. The sun was out, Glenn. It was glorious.
And what did
I
you
got
get?
those.
You got yourself some of the
Endorphins.
Oh,
is that what it is?
No, I thought you were going to say the D.
Oh, those nuts. No, I soaked up that beautiful, beautiful vitamin D, and just was like a Brit on a 15-degree day, soaking it all in.
I must admit, I spent my whole weekend outside too, so I was good with it too. But before we push on, let's just remind people to go to our social medias. Please like and subscribe. Good Movie Monday is the flagship show. That's where that's an umbrella for everything else we do. And if you go to the YouTube page and click that little ding bell, the little red bell, that'll notify you whenever there's a new video. Because not only our show, there's lots of videos from Good Movie Monday, interviews, random banter, all that kind of stuff. Lots of fun stuff. This week in particular, we have Lewis Mandelaw, the Australian actor that is working in Hollywood. He's on the show. Lots of fun stuff. So yep, obligatory is done.
Super fun. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hit that button. You can listen to the Kings.
I like to start the show lately with video or images for you, little funny, quirky things.
Oh, yes. Let's do that.
I felt this was amusing, whether anyone else does. Check your messages now. And,
you tend to really play to my strengths here. What is that? Oh my God, Harry Styles was in Greece. Wow, that's actually scary. How much he looks like. Oh my God, I wanted to call her Stockholm Channing. I almost called her Stockholm Channing.
Yeah, that's when you fall in love with her, even when you hate her. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Stockhard?
Stockhard Channing, yep.
Yeah. Wow. They look a lot alike. That's scary, actually.
Anyway, there we go. Nice little funny one to kick us off.
Wow.
Anything you want to banter about before we jump into a game?
Well, I discovered, well, this isn't new.
Oh,
It's nowhere near new.
mm.
But my 5-year-old discovered The Jungle Book this past weekend,
Right. Which one?
the original.
Yes.
We had a lovely little evening, just him and I. All the other three were out somewhere else doing God knows what. And we decided to get some Maccas and sit on the floor and have a movie night. And we watched Jungle Book. It was his pick.
My
And
goodness, this is my top 5 Disney cartoons for me.
he frothed it.
Oh,
He absolutely frothed it.
Bare necessities, those simple
That's
bare
his favorite
necessities.
song at
Forget
the
about the
moment.
troubles and
And then on Saturday morning, the live action popped up.
Oof.
So he definitely wanted to watch that. I don't think that captured his attention as much as the original, which surprises me. Loved it. He absolutely loved
But I
it.
mean, you get the like the rings in the snake's eyes when he's hypnotizing, and it's very visceral, much more than the live action one. It's wonderful. Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah, and it had at the beginning, at the very, very beginning, it
Waterfall.
had the disclaimer. No, it had the
Oh, they've done
disclaimer.
the disclaimer. That's bullshit.
I
That's
don't
Disney are doing that.
understand why it did a disclaimer if it's just showing another culture.
Well, you can't show any kind of culture that's not our own, without a disclaimer now, just in case it's, offensive to whoever that culture is. It's all
Oh, okay.
bullshit. Like, this is a movie made in, 1945 or something like that?
I think it's the 60s. I think it was.
This one was 60s, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, like, made a long time ago, different place, different world. We don't
Yeah.
need that
I
kind
don't.
of... So long as
I
they're
mean,
not,
obviously,
as long as they're not taking shit out of the movie, I guess I can't complain, but I'm just annoyed by that stuff.
yeah, I don't think anything was taken out, but I just was a little bit confused by it because I don't remember, and this is coming from a white person who has never been to India or, had anything to do with that culture, apart from their delicious, delicious food. But yeah, to me, as a very pale, white, pasty, European person, I don't know what would be offensive about it.
Yeah,
So I was a bit confused
trying to
by
think
it.
that myself. That's a really good question. I should look into this one. I am trying to think. Like the Indian culture is only represented very briefly at the start and the end. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe some of the animals and their personalities take on part of that culture as well.
Maybe we're going to have to put a pin in this and get back to it next week, I reckon, after a bit of research. But
I won't
that
remember
just surprised me
that. I
as
won't
well.
remember that.
I probably won't either.
But let's back it up. You sat on the floor to watch this.
Yeah, we put a little picnic rug down because he obviously has to get a milkshake and he's 5 and a boy. So I was just lucky it wasn't thrown at the wall, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So we put the picnic rug down, we sit down, we eat our Maccas and watch the movie together.
Sounds absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Awesome. So that's the only movie you watched this week?
It is the only movie I watched this week.
Let's play a game.
Okay, let's do it.
You want to go first?
Sure.
All right, fire away.
I have another little round of Convince Me.
Oh, okay, right.
I personally really love this game because you have a way with describing these films that get me across the line to I don't have any interest to, okay, yeah, cool. I actually might give that a go.
Okay.
So that's what I really love about your description. So
Cool.
We're going to start with something that came out in 2022, Bullet Train. Now, it's got Brad Pitt in it, which kind of gets me across the line anyway, but I'm still not convinced.
Oh, look, I would say don't bother. I'm not a huge fan of the movie to begin with.
Don't bother. Got it.
It's a movie
Done.
that if you feel inspired to watch at a whim, you'll probably enjoy it. But there's plenty of movies like it, and that's the problem. Is they're all morphing into one at the moment. I think they're all the same.
It's not special.
No.
Okay. I have to go back. I did watch another movie this week.
Okay, cool.
Because I sent you a message, but I did a rewatch of Stand By Me.
Of course.
It popped up because obviously it was the anniversary.
Yeah.
It popped up. I was like, yes, let's do this. It's actually been so long since I've watched it. And then my 8-year-old came out and sat with me. He sat on my lap and we were watching it, and it got to the train scene. I'm like, oh my God, you have to watch this. This is so good. I love this. It's so good. And he watched it and he's like, oh yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, it was pretty cool. And then we watched the uh lard ass
Yep.
scene
The
with the
puke scene.
blueberries and the spewing.
Yeah.
Yep. Did not did not get behind that whatsoever.
What?
He ended up leaving the room and he came back a little while later. He goes, Mum, you know that movie that you made me watch? I didn't really enjoy it because it made me feel really sick watching that. And I'm like, oh, well, fair enough.
I
I
mean,
get that.
how would you have dealt with if he had hung around? How would you have dealt with the body?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know. He was confused by the kids smoking a lot
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
And then he also said, man, these kids swear a lot. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yep, they do.
Well, I mean, that happens in the Goonies too. Like they swear a lot. The first 5 minutes. The first
Not as
five
much as
minutes
they
is
do in Stand By
packed with
Me.
them.
They
Yeah.
swear a lot.
Well, I mean, it's not a kids' movie. But like if you ever go back to one of the ones I recommend all the time, which is Frog Dreaming, which is like kind of like the Aussie Goonies, I guess you would say. They do swear a lot, but the kids in that smoke, and you got like little kids that are like trying to copy the big kids by like puffing, and it's just brushed over, like it's not an issue at all, and that is
Yeah.
hilarious.
And I will say that his favorite part of it probably was when Corey Feldman, who plays Teddy, jumps up on the fence and screams at the junkyard guy, I'm gonna rip your head off and shit down your neck. And that was my favorite part of the movie for a long, long time. And now he loves that. He thought that was hilarious.
When
And
I was younger, the one quote that every kid loved was "Piece of shit has 1,000 eyes."
yeah. It was just such a nice rewatching at this age as
cool.
well. And like I'm watching it, I'm like, nah, I just fucking love this movie so much more. Like it's never getting old for me. Never.
Have you just by curiosity, have you ever read the book?
I haven't.
You should.
No.
It's different. You should. Like for example,
I'm sure it is different.
Like
yeah.
Gordy is not the central character in the book. Like it is sort of
Mm-hmm.
just all of them are as central to the story as each other. There's no actual anchor like him in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good read.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I have no doubt. It's just that movie is kind of sacred for me.
Yeah.
So, like other perspectives, I don't think I'm ready for that
Sure.
just yet. Like a different time.
Just yet.
Anyway,
It's only been 30 years.
not for me.
Well, yeah, it has.
All right, let's keep going. Sorry for that little
Grey hair,
sidebar
remember?
just
Yeah,
there.
okay.
Yep. Okay, The Virgin Suicides.
Oh, definitely give it a shot. Absolutely. Is this one you've not been keen on?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's Sofia Coppola's debut feature film. It's a very audacious one. It is a coming-of-age teen comedy teen drama that goes into some really, really dark places in light, comical kind of ways, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Josh Hartnett with like the tackiest fucking 70s hairdo you've ever seen. He's great. Soundtrack by the French electro pop duo Air is amazing. And Sofia Coppola's married to... No, she's not married to one of them. Who's she married to? Fuck. Sorry, I'm going on my own tangent here. She's married to the... the other French pop singer. Disregard. Look, I don't know how to convince someone to watch this one because it's such a weird, almost avant-garde kind of movie. But the cast is brilliant. Have you ever seen Picnic at Hanging Rock?
Yes.
It's got that haunting kind of ethereal kind of lacy kind of vibe to it. It's hard to explain this one.
Okay.
It's just an atmospheric film, but great soundtrack, dark themes, really well done.
Okay. All right.
That's not convincing at all, but it's a good one.
I'm still a little on the fence, but
Yeah.
I'm better. All right, 300.
Ugh, no, overrated.
Yeah, that's what I
Completely
thought
overrated. It's
too.
green
Yeah.
screen bullshit. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. This segment's going to go really fast.
By the way, with the Virgin Suicides, the way to convince somebody, watch the music video for Playground Love by Air because it takes clips from the movie as well as new footage that's filmed for the video by Sofia Coppola, and it's a really good representation of what the tone and the feel of the movie is.
Done. I've written it down by Air.
Yeah, Playground Love.
Okay. All right. And then Dr. Zhivago, 1965.
Once again, I think it's overrated. It is a great film, and I think whenever you get to it, you'll be like, yeah, that was pretty good, but you've really got to be in the mood for it. It's like Lawrence of Arabia. Like, you got to really be in that frame of mind. It's just beautiful. It's epic, but there's 1,000 movies I'd watch before it. So you've just got to be in that mood. Hey, there's Dr. Zhivago. I happen to have time. I'll watch it.
It's one of those movies that when I was in high school, all the really niche kids were super, super into Dr.
Really? That's a weird
Zhivago.
one.
Yeah, they were super, super into it. And I was just kind of like, okay, I never really got around to it. And then I kind of felt shameful that I wasn't kind of on this bandwagon. And it was this classic movie that I was just kind of not jumping on board for. So it almost felt kind of shameful
I
that
get
I
that.
hadn't.
I hate that feeling. I don't think anyone should ever feel it because there are hundreds of movies that people have seen that you haven't, and there's hundreds of movies that you've seen that others haven't. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. You haven't got to it yet. That's
Yeah.
all
Haven't
it
got
is.
to it yet. Yeah. All right. One day. One day.
One day. Just,
One day.
Yeah, make time. Like when you do decide to watch it, make sure you've got the time. It's long.
It's long, is it?
I think it's pretty long. I think it's 3 hours if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. Like a Ben-Hur, like that
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting. That's it. They're
Wicked.
the four that I was looking to convince me on.
Yeah, nah.
We've got about two. Two out of four.
Not even, I reckon. Like none of
2 out
those
of 4.
movies I'd get too excited over.
Okay.
I mean,
So glad I picked them.
I mean, almost every week I give you something that you should watch, right? So just
Yes, you do.
prioritize my list over any of those.
Oh, okay.
Strike off the list. So my first game's called Battle of the Scots. So I just want to know. I'm going to read out some movie titles. Are these Ridley Scott or Tony Scott movies?
Oh, I thought you were going back to my people. Okay.
No.
Yep.
No, I that was the play on words. I knew you'd think that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just jumped straight into the reveal. So
You did.
so much
You
for stringing
did.
you along. All right, so we'll just start with an easy one. Alien.
So I'm guessing if this is
Ridley?
which one of the Scott.
Ridley Scott or Tony Scott?
Oh, okay. I think Alien was Ridley Scott.
You are correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Tick.
Bing.
Black Rain with Michael Douglas
Never heard of it.
and Andy Garcia and Kate Capshaw. It's a wonderful film.
Never heard of it.
It is. I'll tell you the description of the movie, so it might help. So it's,
Okay.
it's set in Japan, and it's and two American cops that have to escort a gang member back to Japan. And when they get there, they get embroiled in like a Yakuza kind of scenario.
Ooh.
And it's like an American in Japan caught up in that really dark Japanese mafia type of world. It's great.
That actually sounds really good.
It's great. It just had a re-release on Blu-ray, so if anyone's never heard of it, now's the time to check it out.
Okay. I feel like because I haven't really heard of it and I didn't really know that there was a Tony Scott, I feel like I'm going to go Tony Scott.
Right. Ba-boom.
Oh,
It's a Ridley
dang it.
Scott movie.
Okay. All right.
How about Top Gun?
The original?
Yeah.
Is this like a trick question and like Tony Scott doesn't actually exist, or is it actually a real person?
Tony Scott's very much a real person, I'll have you know.
Are they brothers?
Yeah.
Oh.
They before like Tony Scott died about 10 years ago, and they had a production company together called Scott Free. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, so quite often each brother would produce the other brother's directorial movies.
Oh, okay. All right.
And there is a difference between the two in the way they make films, which I'm not going to reveal right now, otherwise it would give it away.
I want to say that maybe that's Tony Scott.
Correct.
Yeah.
What about Unstoppable? Denzel Washington, Chris Pine.
Tony Scott.
Yeah.
I think I figured out the difference.
Yes. Okay. The Martian, Matt Damon.
Ridley Scott.
Yep. Thelma and Louise.
Tony Scott.
No, Ridley.
Oh, damn it.
I reckon you're onto it though. What about Days of Thunder?
Oh. Tony Scott.
Yep. Man on Fire.
I was reading about that movie today. Did I look at the director? No.
I bet it was
Ridley
mentioned.
Scott.
No, that was Tony Scott.
Damn it.
The Last Boy Scout with Damon
Don't know
Wayans,
it.
Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis. Great action movie written by Shane Black.
Tony Scott.
Yep. Hannibal, the follow-up to Silence of the Lambs.
Ridley Scott.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon the
I
difference
think
is?
I feel like Tony Scott more goes towards the action lighter stuff, and Ridley Scott goes towards the more sci-fi dark.
Yeah, he's got deeper movies, I guess you would say, and Tony
Yeah,
Scott's
yeah.
much more glossy, sort of Hollywood type of movies.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
Once I kind of caught on, I could kind of tell the difference there.
Yeah.
Well, I learned a lot of things from
Yeah.
that.
Did you?
One, that Ridley Scott has a brother.
Yeah.
I should have known that. That's a rookie fucking move from me right there. And yeah, the difference between them. Interesting.
And one of Tony Scott's best, I didn't have it on the list, but is True Romance, the Quentin Tarantino film. Like Tony Scott
Oh.
directed that. It's Tarantino's first script, and it's one of Tarantino's favorite movies in general,
Yeah.
and it's it's just a great movie.
I was talking about Reservoir Dogs the other day at work, and a few people hadn't seen it, and I got really upset. And then I had to remember, don't shame people,
Yeah.
for not having seen things. And I just said, just watch it,
Yeah.
please, just watch it. And they're like, okay, no worries. Is there like a lot of blood in it? I'm like, no.
Well, there's a lot of blood,
No.
but the blood's not like in a violent context. It's the aftermath. Like it's him in a puddle of blood. It's him in a blood-stained shirt, that type of stuff. But you don't see bullet blood or anything like that.
Yeah, no, I wanted them to watch it.
So you said, no, it's clean,
So
squeaky clean.
I lied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think like one of the very first moments is like a blood-drenched dude in the back of a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, screaming.
Doesn't he like cut his ear off or something at one point as well?
Yeah, you don't see that though. That's off camera.
Yeah. I just feel like they're not going to talk to me again after they actually watch it.
It's one of those movies like that that gave Tarantino this reputation for being one of the most violent directors of all time, and yet there's so little violence in the movie. It's all implied.
Yeah.
You know?
I love it. I love it so much.
Yes.
It's all right. So I'm going to go back to another one that we've done before called movie stills. I'm going to send you some photos of movie stills. Now I have tried to make it a bit harder this time.
I remember that. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So these are all movies that you should know.
Okay.
However, I've tried to make the stills a little bit trickier.
Cool. And what people should know too is whenever we play these games that require photos, it just adds so much extra time to the edit. Thank you. Thank you very much, Chloe.
I'm so sorry.
At least I didn't come
I
up
know
with any
you're
this
having
week.
a big week.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to be up for hours.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Hit me.
All right. Okay, your first one. I'm going to shoot that off. Bam.
Bam, bumming around. All right. So that one.
And if you could describe the picture for some listeners
Okay,
a
it's
little
got
bit as well.
Ridley Scott in the center of the picture, directing Alien because there's a face hugger. Like that is the most obvious photo you could possibly give me.
Yeah, but you're talking to me though. That wouldn't be instantly, recognizable
So
to me.
in the checkered shirt or the red and blue shirt, that's Ridley Scott.
That's Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Bad.
Young Ridley
bad.
Scott.
Yeah, not bad.
What are
All
the
right,
odds?
but yes, you were right. That was from Alien, 1979.
Mhm.
All right, okay, next one. I knew that one's going to be too easy. Okay, next one. Hopefully this is a little bit harder.
I do enjoy this game, and I'm looking forward to a difficult one. Oh, this is
off.
this is a difficult one. No, well done.
Oh.
Forgotten what his name is.
I know you know what, I know you've seen this.
Yeah, but I can't place the scene.
Mm.
I mean that dude. What's his name? He's in 24, and I think she's in Aliens.
Oh.
James Cameron.
I'll have you know that these are not the main characters. No.
They're parents of a kid that's died.
Not
No.
died. No.
In trouble.
Yes. They are foster parents
Oh,
to a troublesome child.
is this Terminator too?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
what
it
the James
is.
Cameron factor because she was in Aliens. Yes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent.
This is when the T-1000 is
That's right.
looking for John
Yep, that's
at his
right.
house.
And
Yeah.
that is, I should have known by the ear.
Yeah. Well, I was going to mention it, but it's like an ear.
No, it's the perfectly shaped ear too. I should have got it from that alone.
All right, your next one.
Yep.
This one might be super easy too, but
All right. Sleepy Hollow.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's hesitate a little, like a little bit. Give me some hope.
Well, no, this is
I'm
your
1
lesson.
for 3
This is
right
your lesson
now.
to make them tricky. Like, you just took an iconic image and whacked it on my phone.
Fuck. Well, it's Ichabod Crane with his like crazy binoculars on.
Oh, okay, that's what you want me to do. All right.
Okay. All right. Next one.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a feeling I haven't made these hard enough at all.
Okay, well, I can just blurt it out right now, but instead I'm going to say, ooh, there's a cameraman. He's wearing a bit of like a fisherman's vest, I suppose. There's a goofy-looking guy with a handlebar mustache and looks to be a mullet. Reminds me of William H. Macy. And then there's like some
Almost like it
silver-haired...
is or anything. Sorry,
Okay,
carry on.
you know, walk all over my joke. It's Boogie Nights. Fuck you.
It is. Oh, it was a toss-up between this and another photo. I should have gone with the fucking other photo. Damn it. That's it. I'm going hardcore next time. All right, next one. You're
speaking of
probably going to
hardcore,
get this in
Boogie
2
Nights.
seconds. Oh, hard is right.
Regular dirt diggler. Okay, what do we got here? All right, so is that Kirsten Dunst?
That's Kirsten Dunst, yes.
Ooh, this is a tricky one. Okay.
Lying on a bed.
Yep, no, this is a good one. This is... It's not Get Over It, is it?
No. Try and have a look at the person who's up on, like, up, further up the bed.
Yeah, I am. With the fucking Dr. Emmett Brown fucking colander on his head.
Yeah, helmet, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other person is Mark Ruffalo, if you need a hand there.
Yep. No, I should know this one. Why don't I know this one? You may have stumped me. This is good.
Ooh.
This is good.
If you're getting this before Glenn, please put it in the comments of like the TikTok or the Facebook or whatever it is.
Yeah. Nah.
Can't do it?
Nah.
Oh my God, I've done it.
You have.
I've stumped him. I have stumped
What is it?
him.
What is it?
That is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Cannot fucking believe this. I cannot believe this. So that's Jim Carrey.
That's Jim Carrey.
And only today I was looking up Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind for the other show, for Good Movie Monday.
No.
Yeah. Because
It's the simulation.
The one, yeah. Okay.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
I did it.
You
I
did.
did it.
Jesus.
I did it. We can just go home now. I don't
Well
fucking
done.
care about anything
Do you
else.
have more?
No, I've got one more.
Okay, awesome.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I can just name it or I can take my time. So, what could this be? It's not Marampa Kettle. That would be Vincent D'Onofrio in Men in Black.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. That's where he's drinking
He's
the
asking for sugar.
water.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar. Sugar.
I think that's one of his best characters.
Yeah.
I think he is phenomenal in every single way.
He's great. He is great. We spoke on the show last week about him. He's in a remake of The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, and 3, which the sequel, mind you, is directed by Tony Scott. But in this, not sequel, the second remake is directed by Tony Scott, but he did this 90s made-for-television version. It is one of the worst things I have watched in the longest time, and he's fucking awful in it, which shocked me. But yeah, it's a good role. I think if you go right back to the 80s, he played Thor in Adventures in Babysitting.
Oh.
And he's not the Thor. He's a mechanic that thinks he's Thor. So he has this blonde mullet and he wears these little wings and yeah, it's great.
Nice.
Yes. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I love him. I think he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's pretty good. What do you think of Glenn Powell? Well.
Let me just fix my hair here and get rid of the bags under my eyes before we start talking in case he sees this. But hey Glenn.
And what
Not you. Not you.
Damn it. Down.
He is charming. He is very good.
And what do you think of Fireman Calendars?
Oh. Yep, great.
Well,
Lovely.
he's just signed on for the remake of Backdraft.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, is it the sun's still out? Is it hot? Is that just me?
I mean, many would argue it's a movie that does not need a remake whatsoever, but I can see them adapting it from modern times and making it, a bit more modern, I guess. But yeah, there you go. I thought you'd be happy
I
about that.
mean, he's a hot commodity right now, and they're gonna burn him
Boom,
out.
ching. Hot commodity, burn him out, backdraft. You didn't even mean it.
No, I still don't know what you're talking about.
Well, it's a movie about firefighters. Hot commodity. Jesus. Burn him out. Fucking hell. Yep, you saw that in real time, folks. You saw that in real time.
Really embarrassing.
You've made it to the TikTok, so at least we have that.
Oh my god.
It's all about the content.
Really embarrassing. So moving on, Glenn Powell. Yeah, he's nice.
Okay, cool. Well, we can just go on to the next game. I just wanted to get that moment.
Thank you. I will have sweet, sweet dreams tonight.
Well, what's the next game? Did you just played yours?
Yeah.
Mine is this one's fun. This one's fun.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's going to be interesting. Take your time with this. So it's an how do I explain this one? It's like a numbers game, but there's no numbers involved.
I was gonna say I've got like number dyslexia,
So do I. But I'm going to ask you to name actors in movies, and it's going to escalate as the game goes. So one actor from one movie, then two actors from the next movie, then three actors from the next movie, then four. See how far you can get.
Oh shit.
We go all the way to 10, but within that, it's as far as you get. We'll stop.
Okay. All right. This is gonna bomb. Let's do it.
Until you're stumped. Okay. So name one actor in Bad Boys.
Will Smith.
Yes. So name two actors in Barbie.
Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling.
Yep. Name three actors in Ghostbusters.
Bill Murray.
Yep.
Susan Sarandon.
Bum, bum. You just tapped out name? Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver, damn it!
Let me
keep going.
I'll give you a gimme. I'll give you a gimme.
Okay. You give what?
That was a gimme. You can keep going.
Oh,
we'll go to
Dan Aykroyd.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name?
It's a movie show, Chloe. It's a movie show.
Oh, what's his name? Rick Moranis.
Yep. Excellent. Whew, that was way trickier than I thought it would be.
Who are you talking to?
It's Ghostbusters, for fuck's sake.
Jesus.
All right, name four actors in Ocean's 11.
Brad Pitt, Matt Damon. George Clooney.
Yep. One more.
I'm trying to think of his name. The old guy. He's dead now. He's in Little Miss Sunshine. What's his name? Donald Glover.
Donald Glover?
Yeah?
No.
Donald. Oh, God. Not Donald Glover. What's his name?
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle.
Oh, my God.
Alan Arkin. Jesus.
Alan Arkin's not in it either. Elliot Gould.
Who's the old bloke?
Elliot Gould. Oh,
no.
Carl Reiner.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Don't worry then. I'm thinking of the wrong person. Not being along. I was like, he's in Little Miss Sunshine. He's in this. And you're like, yeah.
Well, I mean, you've lost the game, but do you want to pursue it? Do you want to keep going?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay, so now 5 actors.
Fuck.
In Pulp Fiction.
John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, Uma Thurman. And now his name is gone from my head.
Let's go for another one then. There's heaps.
Do you think I can think of any right now? Fuck me.
Well, come on, there's a really, really obvious one.
I know.
Who do you associate this movie with?
Quentin Tarantino.
Yes. He's in it.
Okay, done.
All right.
Who's the dad from Free Willy? What's his name?
Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen.
He's not in
Thank
it.
you. Is he not?
No, he's in Reservoir Dogs.
Oh. This is terrible. My street cred is like down here. Jesus
All right.
H Christ. One more and then we're done.
I was going to say you can pull the plug on this if you want.
No, one
okay,
more.
6 actors in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Lena Dunham, Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, the guy who played Elvis.
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler, thank you. Oh my God, so many people are screaming at me right now.
Yep. Particularly those people that are
Leo.
in it.
Leo
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
That's right. One more. Come on.
I'm trying to think of the guy who played no, it's not coming to me. No,
Go for someone else. There's so many.
I don't know. Nothing is coming to me right now.
So not Al Pacino.
Al Pacino's in it?
Yes.
I have to go back and watch this movie.
He's like the Hollywood guy in the bar that's trying to talk him out of doing the spaghetti westerns and stuff.
Oh.
Bruce
I have
Dern.
to go back and watch this.
Kurt Russell. Okay, cool.
Oh, yes, Kurt Russell. Fuck.
All right, well, we won't carry on with that game. It was going to be 7 actors from Harry Potter, 8 actors from Ocean's 8, 9 actors from Love Actually, and 10 actors from Avengers Endgame.
Oh, I probably could have gotten that one, but we're not going to go there.
Okay, moving on.
Moving on. All right, my last one for you
Mm-hmm.
is like our one's got to go, but it's the opposite. You can only pick one to stay.
Oh, right.
The rest disappear.
Okay.
All right. And I've gone for yes, go.
Disappear forever. Is that what you're saying?
Disappear forever.
Like, are we losing these from the context of cinema, or just for the sake of this selection?
They never exist.
High stakes.
Yeah. And I've gone for a 2000s theme.
Ooh.
So first year is 2000. All right.
Yeah.
So you've got Road Trip.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Where's My Car?
Yep.
Little Nicky, and Me, Myself, and Irene.
Ooh.
So only one can stay, the rest disappear.
Very difficult question there.
It's hard, isn't it?
There's one that is clearly my favourite amongst those.
I know which one.
Well, I wonder if you do, because although it's my favourite, it's not the best of those.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to be the best. You've just got to choose which one you would pick to stay.
So you reckon you got me pegged? Do you reckon you know which one?
100%.
I reckon you think you know which one. And I reckon I know which one you think it is.
I think I know what you know you think I know. I know you think I know.
So you think I'm going for Road Trip?
Nope.
Okay. I am keeping Me, Myself, and Irene.
Oh, that's not what I expected you to say, but okay. Good choice.
Yep.
I agree.
It crosses the line in every good way. It's offensive. It's funny. It's hysterical, actually. And it's one of Jim Carrey's best performances.
Yep, I agree.
Cool.
Yeah, good choice. I thought you were going to pick Little Nicky.
No. Because when you get rid of Little Nicky, you have so many other Adam Sandler movies that are similar.
True. Very true. All right. The next one's from 2001.
Right.
You've got Vanilla Sky, Ocean's 11,
Yep.
Hannibal,
Yep.
and Donnie Darko.
Okay. I'm keeping Hannibal.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't particularly like Ocean's 11. What was the first one?
Vanilla Sky.
Yeah. Couldn't give a shit about that.
That was wacky.
Yeah,
that was totally wacky.
It's a remake. The remake's even wackier. The original's even wackier. And Donnie Darko, I love Donnie Darko, but Hannibal is such a fantastic film. Like, it's beautiful.
That's Donnie Darko for me. So I would pick Donnie Darko out of that.
Cool. And once again, Ridley Scott. This is the episode of the Ridley.
Of the Scots, who I now know are brothers. Okay, 2002, you've got Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
the OG with Tobey Maguire.
Well, not OG, but
Rabbit,
yep.
well, that's not the OG, but you know what I mean. Rabbit Proof Fence,
Yep.
Resident Evil, and Signs.
Okay, what do you reckon I would choose? Or do you think you know what I would choose?
No, I don't think I know what you would choose. I know what I would choose, but
All right. It's between two,
Okay.
and I'm in an R in. Okay, I'm gonna keep Spider-Man.
Wow.
Yeah, because when Spider-Man came out, I loved superhero movies. Right.
Okay. Yep.
It was the best superhero movie since Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking, like, finally, they've got it right. Like, there's a superhero movie that gets it right. And then number 2 came along, which I still think is one of the greatest superhero movies of all time. And it wasn't until, I guess, the 3rd or 4th Marvel extended or Marvel Universe film came along that it really fucked everything up, and I hate them now.
Okay.
Right? But I don't like Signs.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit Proof Fence is good, but it's not great. And there's plenty of other movies, along those sort of themes. I just think, Spider-Man for sure, because it was great at the time.
For me, that's the OG because that's the first time. Like I don't know what always drew me to Spider-Man. Even before the movies came out, I used to watch the cartoons specifically. I used to read the comic books specifically for Spider-Man. And then this movie came out and I was like, yeah. I knew I always loved Spider-Man. Now I know that for sure.
And it did sort of, a superhero origin story. I think it was one of the first ones since Superman. And the origin was just great. Like, you could watch the origin for the entire movie. Like, the superhero stuff was sort of irrelevant. And then it's funny, every time they did a Spider-Man movie after the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi ones, they tried to redo the origin every time. It's like, we know the origin, we've seen it. Like, just jump straight into the action, please.
Yeah. And I think it was great that they incorporated a little bit of humor in there as well. Like, it had everything. It had action, it had humor, it had like deep emotions and all that kind of stuff. It really kind of hit you where it should have.
And I must say, in terms of Spider-Man, I do think Spider-Man is the best superhero property of all of them. The Across the Spider-Verse movies they've done, those animated ones, they are even better. They are the greatest superhero movies of all time. Like,
they are phenomenal.
They are. And I can put aside my hatred for superhero movies when you've got stuff like that that's just quality.
Yeah. My 8-year-old was watching Into the Spider-Verse this weekend. He loves it. And that sort of animation just really connects with me for some reason.
Yeah.
All right. 2003, we've got Mystic River, 13, Monster, and Lost in Translation.
Another Sofia Coppola movie there with Lost in Translation.
Yeah.
I think that was her follow-up to the Virgin Suicides. I am... What was the first one?
Mystic River.
Yeah, keeping that. I think that's a great movie.
Keeping that?
Really good murder mystery movie. Great performances. Clint Eastwood. Yeah, really good stuff.
That's another one that I haven't seen, but has been on my list.
You'd like it.
That I need to see.
You'd like it. Yeah. Yep.
All right. 2004. Punisher, Saw, Dear Wendy, and Man on Fire.
Tony Scott. I'm blanking out on the first ones every time. What's the first one?
Punisher.
Ugh. This is hard. Read them out again.
Punisher.
Yep.
Saw.
Yep.
Dear Wendy. Man on Fire.
Saw. I'm gonna keep Saw.
Saw. Yeah.
Yep. Not because not because of the franchise. As a standalone movie, it changed the game for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And the last one, we got 2005.
Okay.
Ending off on a little bit of family friendly. We've got Herbie Fully Loaded, Narnia,
Yep.
Zathura, and Sky High.
Easy.
Zathura.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Such a great movie.
Yeah. Yep.
From
Jack Shepard.
who directed that one?
Oh, I know this. Lead.
We've talked about one of his sort of recent movies earlier.
I had his name in my head today.
Ooh, you would have.
Linklater. Linklater.
No, it was Jon Favreau.
Oh, Favreau. Really?
Yeah. So speaking of Marvel, but also Jungle Book.
Oh, yeah. He did the live action, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he did.
Yeah, he's done a few of the live actions, hasn't he?
He did Lion King as well.
Lion King. Yeah, that's
he's,
right.
He's
Yeah.
very much in bed with Disney. And that's quite astonishing when you think about his career and where it began and how indie he was doing things again.
In Swingers with
and Swingers
Vince Vaughn.
Swingers was made illegally. Like they had no permits to film what they were filming and do what they were doing. And, you know, every single thing they shot had the potential of getting them arrested. And now he's working for the biggest, most PC fucking studio in the world.
Yeah, they're bringing in them greens. I was just listening to a podcast with Vince Vaughn, and they were talking about Swingers, and yeah, the way he talks about it with such love and like it was such a passion project, and it was something that, you know, they really wanted to do together, and it was important to them to get started. And he goes, yeah, it just set us off from there. So
for sure,
he talks about it with a lot of love.
Yep. I think then they made a movie called Made a few years later, like a follow-up.
Oh, okay.
Like a companion movie. Very similar kind of thing. All right.
Love it.
Ready for mine? My last game?
Yes.
Now, I am second-guessing this game entirely because I just don't know how it's going to play. So it can also just be conversational. So if this means nothing to you, because I thought, I don't know if she'd even know some of this, but we can just have a conversation. So it's called Was to Be But Changed, which is... These are movies that were originally supposed to be sequels to other franchises or films.
Okay.
And they changed them to just be standalone movies.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, almost. So first one would be Speed 2. What was that originally supposed to be part 3 of?
Oh, it's supposed to be a part 3 of something.
I just made that a bit easier for you.
Like a Die Hard?
Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be Die Hard 3. Script got rejected because it was too similar to Under Siege.
Okay.
And so then the studio sort of, tweaked it and handballed it to Yonder Bond, who made it into Speed 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So there is a movie, I reckon about 10 years ago. I haven't got the date here, but it's called Solace with Anthony Hopkins and Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Colin Farrell. And it's about a storyline follows a psychic doctor. He's got like psychic abilities who works with the FBI to search for a serial killer. So that's just the basic gist of it. But it was supposed to be a follow-up, a sequel to a very, very popular thriller from the 90s.
Yeah, like Silence of the Lambs or like Hannibal?
Close.
7?
Yep. It was, which is weird that they take it into like a almost supernatural realm with the psychic stuff. But yes, obviously, common sense prevailed and they turned it into a different movie.
Nice.
What about The Hateful Eight? What was that originally supposed to be a sequel to?
Oh, The Ridiculous Six?
This one, I reckon this one's quite easy when you actually just sort of put it all into context and place.
Well, it's like a Western type movie.
Yep. Directed by?
The Hateful Eight.
Mm.
Is this the Quentin Tarantino one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
does
there's another one
Yep.
very similar that has Chris Pratt in it. And I feel like that has a numberish movie title to it also.
Oh, you're talking about the Magnificent Seven?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So The Hateful Eight was originally going to be the sequel to Django Unchained.
Oh.
Because it was Tarantino doing a follow-up to his own movie, and it was going to be called Django.
Fucking duh.
It's going to be called Django in White Hell.
In White Hell.
Yeah, because of all the snow.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
Okay.
But
Hateful Eight, that's one of my favorite Tarantino movies.
Is it really?
I really enjoy that movie.
Yeah. Have you seen the extended cut, the big 4-hour version?
I don't know if I've seen that one, but I
Yeah.
have seen it a few times.
Cool.
Like the movie itself. I do really enjoy that movie.
What movie would you say it's very, very similar to, almost a remake of itself?
Oh,
If there's one Tarantino movie that would be a remake of, what do you reckon? Reservoir Dogs.
silence, crickets. Oh,
It's Reservoir Dogs. It's the same thing where they're all in one location. One of them's a killer. Don't know which one it is.
no, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
All right. There's a movie called Columbiana.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is what's the, I can't remember the fucking woman's name now. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy. She's the green one.
Oh, Zoe.
Yes.
Zoe.
We'll just go with that. So this film is about Catalina, a 9-year-old girl in Colombia whose family is killed by a drug lord, and then 15 years later, she comes back to seek revenge. What was that originally a sequel to?
Scarface?
No. I'll give you a really good hint. Natalie Portman was in the original.
Oh. I was gonna say that one with Penelope Cruz and Johnny Depp. I don't know.
That's okay. Leon the Professional.
Oh,
The one
okay.
with Gary Oldman and Jean Reno. Luc Besson.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was originally going to be called Matilda, and it was going to be Natalie Portman's character 15 years later coming back for revenge.
Oh, okay. All right.
A few more. Minority Report.
Oh. Is
So-
that Tom Cruise?
It is Tom Cruise, and it is based on a book by Philip K. Dick, who is the author of Blade Runner, amongst other fantastic sci-fi films.
Okay. I haven't seen Minority Report
Okay.
before.
In that case, I can
Is
just
it like
give it away if you'd like. This
yeah, give it away, give it away, give it
It
away
was going
now.
to be a sequel to Total Recall, the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie,
Really?
which was also based on a book by Philip K. Dick.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Minority Report. Is that the one with Emily Blunt in it? She's in that too, isn't she?
No, it's got Emily Mortimer. Not Emily Mortimer. Who is it? The damn it,
Gone.
Samantha Morton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
It's got Colin Farrell in there and a bunch of others, but it's great stuff.
Okay.
A Quiet Place.
Oh, A Quiet Place was supposed to be a sequel?
Yeah, or an installment of a popular franchise.
Tomorrow. It's a book, and then it was a huge movie, and then Tom Cruise was in the remake of it. No. Oh, I have no clue.
Cloverfield.
Oh, haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Don't know.
No.
Yeah.
Cool. You'd really like those movies, that's for sure.
Okay. Cloverfield. All right.
What
I
about-
did like A Quiet Place.
Don't write it down there. You've got enough to watch.
I have to make a list or I'll never ever get through them.
Well, if you stop making a list, you've got less to get through.
That's true. Have you watched this yet? No, I didn't write it down.
What about
Can't have your cake and eat it too, mate.
What about E.T.?
Oh, shit. All these movies were supposed to be... you've said this before and I can't remember.
Probably have.
I don't know.
Close Encounters, the Third Kind.
Oh, you have said this before.
Yeah, and it was supposed to originally be like almost like a horror version of Close Encounters. Like Spielberg really liked the juxtaposition between like friendly aliens and evil aliens, I guess. And in the end, though, one of the subplots in his script appealed to him even more, and that was the family dynamic. So he decided to just spin it on its head and make it a family film. And a classic.
He should follow his instincts because he does all right.
And he got to go down the horror path with like War of the Worlds and things like that later on.
War of the Worlds. That's what I was thinking.
Great
That
movie.
was obviously wrong.
Fucking, that's such a good movie. Last one. Okay, Nighthawks with Sylvester Stallone.
Rocky.
So this was the film follows a pair of international terrorists, and they come to New York City, and he sort of plays the police detective of the anti-terrorism squad that has to sort of bring them down or neutralize them, whatever you want to say.
Rambo.
It was supposed to be part 3 of a popular Academy Award winning film, that did not have Sylvester Stallone in it. This was originally supposed to have the original actors in it.
That helps me a lot.
Gene Hackman. Gene Hackman was one of those. He was the lead actor.
Oh.
Directed by William Friedkin, who did The Exorcist and Sorcerer. Cruising.
I'm tapping out. I have no idea.
French Connection.
Oh, okay.
It was going to be the French Connection 3.
Oh, okay. All right.
There we go. See what I mean? Like, it's much more conversational based sort of game, I guess.
Should I think I have to admit something. Can you tell me what the actor's name is in Willy Wonka? He plays Willy Wonka.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
I still don't know the difference between Gene Wilder and Gene Hackman. Just so we're on the same page, I get those two mixed up. It's like they blend in my brain. And I know that is a sin and a crime to say, but it's been weighing on me.
It's almost a disability, really. Like, we can't blame you for it. Yeah.
100%.
So imagine making freaking... Imagine if Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka, had been Lex Luthor in Superman. Because that's Gene Wilder. Oh, that's Gene Hackman.
See, now you're doing it. It's a disease and it's catching. So here I am, like, right, you say all these beautiful, beautiful movies that star Gene Hackman, and all I can think of is Gene Wilder in fucking Blazing Saddles, like that kind of character playing in this beautiful movie. I'm like, that doesn't work. It honestly, that can't work. No shit, because it's not the same person.
He played dramatic very well. Interesting. That is interesting. They both got, I guess, thin, wily hair.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But you can discern the two
meld.
when you see them in a film. Like, you know who Gene Hackman is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but just
I just needed you to distinctly like separate it for me in my brain, which you have done.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I feel lighter now. Thank you.
You're welcome. It brings us
This
to the
is
end
a place
of the show.
for confessing secrets.
Brings us to the end of the show. We better leave it there before the mob come after you after this one. That was fun.
Until I am bullied online. So
I don't think you've ever been bullied online from any of our video content.
I probably have, but that's okay.
You've been bullied on the show and on Good Movie Monday.
Relentlessly. I cry every Wednesday night.
That's right. We wrap up and she sobs into her pillow for hours.
I'm going to go think of Glenn Powell and have really sweet dreams.
Ugh, really hot dreams. Alrighty, we're going, everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. See you next week.
Bye.